Hey there, YouTube. I don't know if you watched the other videos, but this is the safe that we cracked into the other day, and actually ended up pulling out $390 worth of jewelry, so that was pretty cool. But today, I'm going to take the panel that I cut out and re-weld it and repair the safe. Now, I'm not going to go to the extent of repairing the interior wall and refilling it with concrete, because I'm going to use it as a decorative piece, and that's just more weight and not needed. I still don't have the combination for it, but we're going to weld it in place and try to get it cleaned up and get a coat of paint on it. So follow along. Okay, here we go. I got it held in place with magnets right now, and we're going to tack it in. I'm going to just tack it around, not all in one row, and then we'll come back and fill in. So here we go. Alright, so there's a few. I'm going to go probably every few inches and put maybe an inch long weld, and that'll hold it just fine, and then I can do some grinding, get it flat, put a coat of bondo on it, and you'll never know. So here we go. Have to be pretty careful with this. It's pretty thin. It's like 18 gauge, and it's real easy especially when you're trying to fill in the joint, that you burn through it. So sometimes just even a little tack after tack after tack is kind of a good way to do it. But keep doing it. Alright, there we go. She's all tacked in, not coming loose, so I can grind it down. And it's not perfectly flush right now, so that's why I'm going to have to use some bondo on it. Just the steel warped a little bit when I was cutting it out, all the heat, and adding weld to it gives it a lot of heat too. So we'll start grinding next. Alright. right, there we go. So we got it pretty flat. At least hit off all the high spots. So now when I skim it over with bondo, all I'll be sanding is the bondo, not trying to sand through the metal, the weld. But as you can see, it's still strong. So. Okay, here we go. Gonna get some gloves on and mix up some bondo and try to get this looking a little more smooth. All right, there we go. I think we got it. We'll let that set up and then we'll sand it and then throw some primer on it and see what it looks like. All right, thanks for watching. Okay, here we go. It's been 30-45 minutes, so this bondo should be hardened up. So we're gonna go ahead and start sanding it, get it, then get it primed and see how it looks. So here we go. And just going to use some carb cleaner, clean down the surface, get it ready for, get all the dust off of it and any oil or anything that could be on it. Alright, so it's all clean. Okay, so it's all clean. I'm going to use a self-etching primer now to give it a coat of prime, and then we'll do a little sanding on it and probably touch it up with another coat of bondo. So here we go. Okay, that's not bad. I can already see some lines in here where the bondo is, you can tell the bondo, so we'll definitely have to do some more sanding. And but really not too bad. All right, thanks. Okay, so I've kind of changed up the plan. I'm going to go ahead and prime the whole safe. I've got it taped off now. And I don't think I'm going to go for, 100% smooth. I'm going to leave some of the dents and dings, just kind of gives it character for being as old as it is. So, the dials aren't going to turn or aren't going to clean up perfect. They're tarnished, and so I think having some dents and dings gives it some character. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so we're going to give that some time to dry, and I don't know, I think it's like 30 minutes to dry, and then we'll do a little touch-up sanding on it, maybe a little more bondo. Alright, here we go. Okay, well here's the safe. It's dried to the touch now. There is a little bit of touching up that I need to do where the bondo covered up the joint. So I'm going to put another coat of bondo on, and then do a sanding on that. And altogether, it looks pretty good primed, so I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, here it is after the second coat of bondo. I just put a real thin skim coat on and tried to get it as flat as possible. Saved myself some time on sanding, but I think that should do it. So I just got to make sure to feather out the edges and get it smooth, and here in about half an hour I'll start sanding that and see where we're at. Okay, here we are. We skipped a couple of steps, but this is where we're at. We sanded the side, primed, and then we've got, at this point, 3 coats of paint on, and everything's looking pretty good. We removed all the tape, and I think this is how we're going to leave it. It's not perfect, but for what it's going to be great. So that is the safe repair. Can't tell that we were ever inside. And an update, did some measurements on the gold, and it looks like it may be worth quite a bit more than what the jeweler was willing to pay us. So that's a bonus. Found some treasure and repaired a safe. Got a nice little conversation piece for the living room. All right, thanks for watching.